Hey guys, it's your girl Grace. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, of course, welcome to my channel. Why do you look so short?
I am.
Welcome to my channel. So for today's video, we're finally going to be telling you guys the story of how we met. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on your notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. And just in case you're not following us on any of our social media, it is right here on the screen. Make sure you add us, follow us. Let's become best of friends.
Boop.
So with that being said, let's get right into this video.
Welcome back. Today's the day, ladies and gentlemen. You are at the Grace Babatunde show.
Wow, yeah, she said my last name right.
Good. With the family, we have the lovely and only Grace. The prince and the king all in one, Rashang.
So how come I don't get queen or princess?
You're getting there. And then the man of the hour, Shadow. And then a little bundle of joy. No, he's not here yet though, you know? Stay tuned though.
Take it away from the very beginning of the story.
Okay, so it's April 21st, 2018.
Oh, cheater.
See, I know everything.
No, you don't.
Greatest of all time, good. Alright, anyways, that being said. So, it was a beautiful Saturday morning. I was at work. I actually worked at Planet Fitness at the time. For those of you who know, it's like a gym, popular in North America. Wouldn't recommend to anyone, it's a shitty job. That being said, sorry, Planet Fitness.
Damn.
Yeah, that being said, you know, I was just at the front desk looking through my phone, trying to count down the minutes, because God, I wanted to go home. So, you know, all I hear is excuse me. I'm like, what the hell? So I look up, wait, I'm not done.
I don't
wait.
even sound like that.
My bad. Excuse me. So,
I don't sound like that either.
I was like, I'm like, yo, who that? So then I
I
slowly look up. I remember I see a girl in black leggings and a pink hoodie. I'm like, legs.
Was it a pink hoodie?
It was a pink hoodie.
Okay.
I
Are
remember.
you sure about that?
I remember. Alright. Anyways.
Continue.
It was, wasn't it?
Continue.
You said it was.
You said
you know
it was
it
a
was.
pink
I
hoodie.
know it was a pink hoodie.
We'll go with the pink hoodie.
Alright,
It was
so
a pink hoodie.
I look up, I'm like, legs. Look up a little more. Face.
Mind you, I wasn't wearing makeup, by the way.
She wasn't. She was natural kitty, you know, like, alright, cool. That being said, again, like as I was minding my own business, I wasn't really taking anything in.
That's the first.
So, you know, she's like, what'd she say to me? She's like, oh yeah, can you tell me that guy over there? I look over, she's talking about my boy, who's the supervisor at the time. I'm like, yeah, what about him? She's like, oh, is his name Michael? And I started laughing, like, no, the fuck? So all of a sudden, she's like, oh, and she's telling me like the details about it. Apparently there was some guy that my boy looked like that was stalking her on like social media. I think it was like SnaphChat or something like that. Yeah. So then I was just like, oh, okay, that's what mans are doing in my city? Bunch of weirdos, whatever. Anyways, so I was like, nah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's not like that, yeah, his name's not Michael. Ray Tay, whatever. So then I was just like, okay, you know, I kind of liked her vibe. I'm like, you know what? I feel like we had like a little bit in common, so I started talking about like sports, what she did. She told me she did track, she ran in states, stuff like that. Like, oh yo, that's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? I used to run too back in the day, but now I can't anymore. That being said, what happened after that? And then we kind of like exchanged social media. So I think it was like Instagram. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go about my day. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go about mine. Time I was dating someone. Things were pretty rocky. It was at its breaking point, so it didn't really matter to me. And then that same day she messaged me, and like, you know, we kept the conversation going. It was pretty cool. She was like telling about her afternoon. Little did I know.
I slid in his DMs.
She slid in my DMs. Little did I know that she was also in the breaking point.
I wasn't in a breaking point. I just ended a very toxic relationship. And ironically, that same day I met him, I was hanging out with my ex. Isn't that crazy? But continue. Are you done your side of the story so I can tell them actually how we really did meet? Are you done?
I like my version better. I think my version
No. So on the lovely day of April 21st, 2018, I met this guy, this man, this boy, this delinquent, this fraudulent criminal baby father unfortunate boy. No. I met Shane.
It's too late.
I met him at the gym on the 21st of April 2018. I had okay. I was working at the gym and I was just about finishing my workout and I got a message on Snapchat. If you guys know, my Snapchat is very open. A lot of people message me. Some guys been trying to get me to go to the gym with him to work out, but I don't know who the person was. So I went to the front desk.
He keeps attacking me.
So I went to the front desk to ask him, which he was at the front desk, and he was wearing his cute little Planet Fitness shirt, tight up, you know, have his muscles all showing, trying to be extra. I walked up to him and I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? And he's just looking at me like, and I'm like, okay, so can I ask you a question? I'm like, does that guy work here? And is his name Michael? He goes, no. He goes, yeah, he works here, but his name's not Michael. So I was like, okay, so I guess the person who's messaging me on Snapchat who wants to personal train me is clearly not that guy. But because the person Snapchat didn't have a picture, and when I was working out, that same guy I was asking him about kept looking at me, so I thought that was the person, but I guess it wasn't. So now I'm here talking to him and he's looking at me, and the first thing he goes is, after he had answered my question, he goes, you're not from here, aren't you? I'm like, I am from here, but I just came back from school. And he goes, oh, where did you go? I'm like, I went to school in the States. And he goes, oh, what did you, and then he goes, what did you do? I was like, I ran track. And he goes, oh, me too. And I kind of looked at him like, nigga, you lying.
But it did though.
Nigga,
do you have medals?
Do I have medals?
Do you have medals?
Do I have medals?
I'm a chap.
Are you dumb?
Guys know my name.
And
Ohio, they know my name.
Anyway, so I was like, he's probably lying, but you know what? Let me just play along. So conversation kept going.
Wait, time out. You actually thought I was lying?
Yes.
Deadass?
I still think you're lying till today, but that's okay. Anyways, so I was like, okay, I guess you did run track, and then he was trying to like have a conversation, but I was in a hurry because I had stuff to do. So just before I left the table, he was like, hey, do you mind? He's like, hey, I just got a new phone number and I don't know my number, but do you mind if I take your Instagram? That's what you said.
Are you sure?
Yes, you said you got a new phone and you don't remember your number. Can I, because when we met, you just got a new number.
I changed my phone number, I didn't change my phone.
Yeah, well, he just got a new number and he don't know his number.
That's another story.
So he doesn't know his number, so he wanted to ask for my Instagram. So I gave him my Instagram and I followed him, he followed me back, and I left. Fast forward to later on that day.
Get a smile on her face.
No. Fast forward to later that day, I messaged him and I was like, hey, how did you, like, you know, me being polite, because the conversation was like pretty rushed because I was in a hurry. So I wanted to be polite and like try to engage in conversation so it doesn't feel like, you know, he just messaged me and that was it. I mean, we just talked in person and that was it. Like, why would you ask for my Instagram if you're not, you know, trying to talk? So I then later on messaged him. Hence why I messaged you. Duh. So I ended up DMing him and I was like, hey, how did the rest of your shift went? And he goes, oh, it was pretty boring, blah blah blah. And I asked him what he was doing for the rest of the day, and he said he was gonna do a podcast with his friends. So we just started talking, and I just got tired of like the conversation in the DM, so I gave him my number to text me. And then, you know, when he texted me, he started talking to me, asking me how old I was. I told him I was 23. He was like, do you live alone? I was like, I live alone. You trying to come over? No, I'm joking. But I did tell him I lived alone, and then he had asked me, so this was on a Saturday when we met. He had asked me to go out for coffee the following day, which was a Sunday at night. And in my head, I'm like, what? Who the hell goes out for coffee? I've never had somebody ask me to go out for coffee. First of all, I don't drink coffee. I don't even drink tea, and he knows this. And ever since we've been together, it takes a lot out of him to get me to drink tea. We went out for coffee at like 10 p.m. at night. You know, he pulled up to my crib, picked me up in his car. I got stolen, by the way. I'm sorry.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm back.
Okay, no, we actually have to tell you guys the story of how Rashane's car got stolen in front of my house. And this was like, what, 2 months after we met?
Whatever.
Oh, it was so sad. It was his first car too. I shouldn't be laughing, but yeah, he pulled up in his little green Toyota.
It was a Honda.
Oh.
And it was a sports car.
He pulled up in his green Honda. Honda coupe. I remember that.
It was a coupe, yeah.
Honda coupe, and like, you know, I hopped in the car and I was like, vroom vroom. So we got to we got to where we went to our date, and then we just sat there talking, get to know each other. Mind you, I had work. I started a new job the following day at like 9 a.m. Why was I out with this man till almost 3 in the morning? Like,
a little further past that?
No, we're outside out till 3 because Tim Hortons closed at 3. But we were talking to like almost 4 or 5 in the morning, texting after we got home. And then he had work, I think, the following morning at like 6 a.m. anyways. So it didn't even make a differ. But yeah, so after that, we started hanging out, we started talking. Blase, blase, blase. Ever since we met, he's always said this to me, that I have childbearing hips. Now, as you can tell, I really do, because he got me pregnant. Ew. But no, you're so dumb. When we first met, we had a lot of troubles even like trying to be together. We've known each other for what, almost 3 years now. We've been living together ever since we met. Can you believe he moved in with me like a month and a half after we met?
It was a strategy.
It was
literally a strategy.
A strategy or a tragedy?
No, a strategy.
Oh, that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to move in with me.
No, it was, you helped me that day.
Oh,
remember?
I was being a nice civilian.
I was being hunted.
I was being a nice civilian.
They were hunting me.
They were hunting him.
But yeah,
truth. So we moved in together, and then even when we moved in together, we weren't even dating. We were just still like friends. So
it was a handshake.
So we were just friends at the time when we moved in together, and then, you know, he was like, yo, she can cook, she can clean. I ain't got the ring, but he gonna put it on. But you guys get the whole, you get what I mean? So he moved in with me, and then after that it was just history. But pretty much that's how we met. We met at the gym. I always tell people I met him at the strip club, and his name is Caramel Thunder.
Why do you tell everyone my stripper?
His stripper name is Caramel Thunder. Shadow, stop with the toy. I met him at the strip club, and his stripper name is Caramel Thunder. Right? Tell them.
Yeah.
Your side hustle.
It's literally
the gym was a fluke, okay, guys?
It was a cover-up.
It was a cover-up. So his mom doesn't bust his ass open.
She's probably watching this video. Mom, I'm sorry.
But anyways, guys, that is how we met. We met by fate, because I just got out of the most toxic relationship you could ever imagine, and it was for like what, 2.5 years-ish, and then he was in a relationship for a while.
5 years actually. And
he just got out of his relationship, and I guess that lovely day at the gym, Grace just coming to that counter started a beautiful life, and look, here we are now, making magic. So that is pretty much the story of how we met. We didn't meet anywhere crazy. Like, some people, I've heard like the craziest how we met stories. So if you guys have any weird, or if you guys want to share,
I mean, there is kind of a little bit of crazy side to it, because like we didn't know each other, but my ex knew her. Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking weird. And then like I've seen her before, but like when I first met her, I never really noticed or acknowledged it, you know what I mean?
He seen me on the snap, looking cute and all.
So like it was weird, because like my ex was like showing me like a video of a bunch of like all these girls at a party or whatever, and they were getting turned, and I saw Grace in it, but like I was like, oh yeah, this girl's mad sweet, but like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not gonna obviously like do anything about it, right? And I was just on my phone minding my business like I usually do, and then like as we were dating, like I seen the same video on her phone. I'm like, wait a sec. And I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, yo, I knew you before I met you. And she looked at me, she started laughing. She's like,
I have never seen this nigga a day in my life.
I mean, she has, but she never took it in.
I've never seen you before.
On Snapchat.
No,
You saw her snaps.
I told you, I never watch her snap. I just always tap through her snap. I've never seen you before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like a blur.
No.
Alright, then shit, you're lucky. Surprise, surprise.
Whatever.
Good.
Give it an answer.
Tell her again. Anyways, yeah, good job.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but Shadow's here trying to play with me, and he's growling at me. He just wants to give me the thumbs.
Alright. No. Come stay.
So pretty much that is the story of how we met. If you guys have any crazy story of how you met your partner, or even your best friend, comment it below, because I'm nosy and I would like to know, and I know Rashane's nosy too. would like to know.
I mean, I'm not, but I'll try to be.
Rashid, you're the most nosiest person I've ever met. Be quiet.
But I'm not.
But with that being said, we hope you guys did enjoy our how we met story, because it's something a lot of you guys always ask us. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload. And just in case you're not following either of us on any of our social media, it's right there on the screen. Make sure you follow us. Let's become besties. Actually, he's my bestie, but you know, you guys can join the fam. With that being said, thank you guys always for all the love and all the support. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.
Deuces.